This is Haylee Myren reporting for Johnnie Bennie Campus News with this week's Sports Roundup. The Johnnie Football team has recently debuted as number 8 in the First American Football Coaches Association poll of the 2016 season on Monday, September 19th. This was following their homecoming 44-0 victory against St. Olaf on Saturday, September 20th. In the studio with me today is senior Carter Hanson to discuss last weekend's homecoming success and the upcoming weekend's long-lived rivalry. Thanks for being here today, Carter.
Thanks for having me.
How have the first 3 games of your season gone so far?
Yeah, so we started off with Scholastica for our home opener, and we came out and dominated right away. And then our second game was at down in Storm Lake, Iowa, where we beat Buena Vista. And then this past game was homecoming, where we took down St. Olaf pretty handily, 44-0.
Yeah, I saw that. Now we're moving on to Tommie-Johnnie. For those people who don't know what Tommie-Johnnie is or may not be familiar with it, Can you explain what the big deal is with it?
Yeah, it's a very long tradition between both teams playing each other, and it usually ends up being a pretty good game no matter the ranking of each team. It's always one that I know we circle on our calendar each year as football players, and I think the fans kind of look forward to that one too every year. So there's definitely a deep tradition, and there's a lot of similarities between the colleges. It's a small liberal arts school, and a lot of similar people go to both places. So when you get that type of atmosphere and those teams coming together and battling out, it's usually a pretty good competition.
Yeah, this year is actually the first time both teams come into the game ranked in the top 6 nationally. So do you think that's going to have any effect on anything?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely going to be one that the polls are going to be looking at. But as far as competition, I mean, no matter, because I remember my freshman year, we went down and played them at St. Thomas, and we were unranked, and they were second in the nation, and we went down and beat them. So it's usually, it's definitely a good game, no matter the rankings of each team. So yeah, it's going to be another battle this coming weekend for sure.
Yeah, and since this is your senior year and your last time being able to play against them, is there anything you want to leave behind? Yeah,
definitely checking the win column, I think, would be a good way to leave. Yeah, so this will be our last time playing them in the regular season, but with playoffs and those aspirations, you never know what could happen in the future. But yeah, I definitely want to go out with a win against the Tommies. That'd be a good way to end a career.
Hopefully looking to play them again later on in the season?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out a lot after this game, and we'll see where it goes from there.
And then are there any traditions you as a team do as a whole during the week of Tommie-Johnnie or the game day?
Actually, no, not as a team. We keep it the same routine for every home game. Just try to stay in that zone and mentally prepare for the game. So to have a routine is kind of nice for the guys. But I guess we do have mass. That's before every game. We actually have a 15 to 20-minute mass in the basement of the Abbey, which we probably have about 30 to 40 guys that come to that. So that's a pretty cool deal. But like I said, that's every game. So we just try to stay in the routine and go out there and get a W.
Well, thank you so much for being here today and discussing everything with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thanks.
Last year's Johnnie-Tommie game drew an announced crowd of 17,327 people, the largest recorded football attendance in NCAA Division III history ever. Both teams enter play 1-0 in the MIAC and 3-0 overall. The game is scheduled for 1 p.m. this Saturday at Clemens Stadium, and it's guaranteed to be another crowded day in Collegeville. So let's make sure to get out and support our Johnnies while staying safe and having fun. Good luck, boys. Thanks for tuning in this week. This was Haylee Myren for this week's Sports Roundup. See you next week, Bennies and Johnnies.